What's up? It's Marco, Sage of Soccer, and the U.S. men's national team just beat Mexico 2-0. And man, that was such a good performance. And man, this gave me Jamaica game vibes. This is one of our best performances of the year. Even better than all those cup competitions. Like those games against Mexico, we won, but man, it was kind of a close game. Even throughout the times it was tied, we were doing so well. Man, I love the pressing that we showed. The Gregg press is what I'm calling it. Man, great performance there. Brenden Aaronson, his work rate was amazing. Man, Tim Weah was getting after it. Who knew you could press without Paul Arriola, man? Tim Weah, great job there. Ricardo Pepi leading the line. Man, I love the pressing we were doing. Robinson was in a key. Weston McKennie was doing a lot of hard work. Yunus Musah as well. Man, we had the press working exactly how you wanted it. I don't know why we broke it out against Mexico. I mean, like, they're probably one of the best teams at playing out the back. Like, strong center backs. And, I mean, I feel like it would work even better against a team like Panama, but man, I love it. Great performance there. Liked how we're combining. The conditions weren't great in the field with how rainy it was, but man, you could see like the combinations were just a little bit off because of that. But I liked what we were trying to do. Man, those triangles that we were creating, Weston McKennie was doing great. Yunus Musah finding space. Brenden Aaronson, Ricardo Pepi, he's proven that he can do that. Tim Weah, man, so many great plays in the attacking third, and man, great performance. Man, I was just thinking, everybody's talking about the old U.S. culture, how that was, grind out performances, try to get a win. But, that grind out mentality, that, hard-working thing, that transitions really easily into pressing. And, man, that's still hard work. And if we can do that and make that part of our culture, I would love that because I feel like that's something we could do that could be great. Man, now into individual players. Man, I feel like we got to mention Pulisic because it felt like the whole game was revolved around him. Man, despite, how good we were doing, the game almost felt like we were kind of trying to hold out until Pulisic came on. And, man, when he did, great job here. And I'll be honest, I said before the game, I did not want him playing. I wouldn't have risked him. I'll hold that L. That was my mistake. Great job by Pulisic. Man, though I did kind of freak out when Ferriera fouled him and he went down. But, man, great job by Pulisic getting on the end of that Tim Weah cross. And, man, Tim Weah, another very strong performance. Man, he's gotten better and better as time went on. I guess that makes sense with him returning from injury, but, man, showing his ability to take on players, a great cross, one of our most dangerous players in that attack. Great performance by him. Brenden Aaronson as well, man, he's such a great presser, probably the best guy on the team. Not even the energy, but, he takes the right angles on so many plays. And, man, you're just watching him, he's cutting off the left back, he's forcing them to go backwards. He's doing that great, man. He's so good on the ball. Great performance there. And I want to mention Zack, Steffen, man, great job in goal. I wasn't sure about him playing because how little he's been going at Man City and with how good Matt Turner's been, but he came up big whenever he was tested. One great save on Lozano, and, man, his passing was amazing. He had one where he split the defense to get to Musah, and I was like, man, that was so risky, but, that's Man City. That's what Ederson does all the time, so, man, Zack Steffen is learning there. I want him to get more game time because, man, he's so good. He'd get even better if he just actually plays week in, week out. But, man, this is why I always say he's the highest ceiling goalkeeper. Man, great job there. On our defense, man, I think, I see something different in Antonee Robinson than the general public at every performance. So many times everybody's like, man, he had such a good game. I'm like, I don't know. And then I see, I'm seeing reactions and, people are criticizing him. He was one of our better players. He was getting forward very well. Man, such a big threat going down the flank with Brenden Aaronson cutting inside because, man, we were so narrow with our pressing. He was where right wingers could be. He was there. So, Andy Robinson providing that with getting forward very well. Man, I really liked him. He gave away some fouls on Corona, which, I mean, that's a bad thing, but I thought they were pretty soft, and I wasn't even sure if they were fouls. But, man, great game by Antonee Robinson today, in my opinion. Weston McKennie, very solid as well. Man, great goal at the end there. Man, he was doing well, showing a lot of energy. A couple of sloppy passes that seemed more like a little bit of lack of chemistry. Probably he had one with Pulisic at the end. I think that's just from not playing with these guys in a while. But man, great performance. I love him. I love the energy he shows. I think he's out for the next game with a yellow card, but he'll be missed. But man, great performance, and I'll take that. I was hearing the commentary, which, man, I really don't like ESPN commentary. I remember why I watched these games on mute. But, they were saying, man, you got to be careful. You can't get that yellow card because then you'll be suspended. This is Mexico. This is the game. I don't care about the next performance right now. If you get a yellow card to win the game, that's fine. Miles Robinson, he had a really good performance. He got a red card. I don't care. That was late in the game. He did just stop a goal. Like, I will take that. Like, that's not even a negative performance for me. Sure, I'd love to have him for the next game, but, man, give Chris Richards some time. I'm fine with it. And, man, really solid performance. Yunus Musah, last really positive guy I want to talk about. Man, nice, making things happen. Maybe he's been doing a bit too much, but, like, especially at his age, I like to see that. Like, I like the fight. I'd rather have someone do a bit too much. Like, you can get that trained out of you, and I think he will. But, man, so talented as a player. For our subs, man, that's how you use Kellyn Acosta. Just bring him on towards the end of the game when we need to win. I still think that other players can do that role and actually bring something going forward, but, man, that is how you use Kellyn Acosta. Jesús Ferriera, man, great with his technical ability. And, man, as the game gets more and more away from, like, traditional number 9s, like, you see Man City, they don't play with the traditional striker. Like, a lot of teams do that nowadays. Someone like Jesús Ferriera who can drop into the midfield, that's really valuable. And when we have guys like Pulisic and Weah who are very dangerous attackers, having a more creative midfielder, that can be very helpful, like Roberto Firmino for Liverpool. So that I like that option that Jesús Ferriera brings, and he showed that helping Weston McKennie score today. Man, FC Dallas connection. And, man, Chris Richards, I didn't get much of an appearance, but I don't think he made a mistake in his short amount of time, and coming on like that, man, that's very solid. So for guys who could have been better, Ricardo Pepi, man, he's got potential to be such a good number 9. You can already see his improvements, but he's just got to get little things down a bit better. Like his touch could have been better. I feel like that's more down to the conditions with how rainy it was, but could just be a little bit better. Man, his finishing, he could have put one away. But man, you see his movement. You see what he does when he's going up for headers. He's such a good prospect and such a talented player. Like, I'm really excited about him. I feel like Tyler Adams was a little bit off today, especially in the beginning of the game. He was giving away some passes. He did grow into the game, but at the beginning he was, man, a bit of a worry. Man, I feel like Walker Zimmerman was, I don't want to say like a negative, but man, a bit iffy. Like, especially because he's on Yedlin's side. Like, I really would have had Robinson on the right, but man, it was a solid performance. But you could see, like, man, he wasn't doing too well with playing it out the back. He didn't do anything that showed me that he should be a starter, and I think John Brooks could do everything that he does and a little bit better. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, but still a solid performance. DeAndre Yedlin's the only real guy I'd have as a bit of a negative, aside from the start of the second half when he was making a lot of chances happen. But, man, Lozano was kind of burning him. He had a really good chance, which, man, I was really surprised that Yedlin just got burnt for pace there because, man, his speed's one of the things you know most about him. And I don't know, I was just thinking, like, going in this Jamaica game, like, do I feel confident of him going against Leon Bailey? It's like, no. Do I feel confident with him going up against Alphonso Davies? Like, no. Then, like, forgetting, like, the top, like, guys like England, Brazil, Germany, like, forgetting those, like if we're playing the Ivory Coast, do I feel confident with him going up against Zaha? And it's like, no. Do I feel confident with him going up against, like, Heung-min Son? Definitely no. Do I feel confidence with him going up against, like, even somebody like Minamino in Japan? Like, I don't know. So, I don't know. Maybe it's time to fade him out. I definitely like to give Joe Scaley a chance against Jamaica, but, man, just a great performance by this national team. Man, Berhalter's so weird because he got this set up perfectly. I love the press. We were playing well. The lineup choice was good. Like, I can't complain about him at all today. And I know against Panama, he's probably going to start legit, or against Jamaica, he's probably going to start legit. He's probably going to, like, throw Jesús Ferriera up at the number 9. Like, I don't know. But, man, really good performance today. This was our best game against Mexico of the year, even though our other 3 wins. Man, great job today. Love this performance. It's such a fun game to watch. Beginning to end, great performance. Love to see Pulisic return. And yeah, that's all I'll talk about. I'll see you.